Falcons' electric quarterback. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Falcons.
Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll find Everett there, complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's got some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Once more, here's Eckler. And some space here. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Second and 9 now. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On second down, they'll run it here.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
The Falcons had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass caught. It's been Skoranek.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw here.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
That is caught. It's Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Eckler going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Eckler again. Called a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Second and 4. Steps away. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And shutting him off, now open field. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, LA. Austin Eckler, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. A give. Eckler running to the right. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So we read. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ready? Hands it off out of the gun.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They'll look to throw here.
Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. Oh, what a move. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Dances by him. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Now back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have it here.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll find Everett there, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give running left is Eckler.
134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
43 yards.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Point after, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons offense set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now this throw caught left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the charge. Possession up. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Up the middle with Eckler. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Give him 12. Chargers have a first down. On the give, this is Eckler. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 158 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. It's Eckler, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here is Eckler, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one-sided, really nice win in this one. They were good.